Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have done the calculations in the information box below and come to the conclusion that you are a power year number 6, then you're at the right place. That puts you into the month of 9 for March. So just to go over how to get that number very quickly, let's look at the month of your birth. Now reduce it to a single digit. If it's, let's say, a 12, add the 1 plus 2 and get 3. Now do the same for the day of your birth. If that's a double digit, reduce it to a single digit. Good. Now add those two numbers together, the month plus the day of your birth. Now reduce that to a single digit. Take that digit and add 3. Now reduce it to a single digit if you need to. Good, and that's your power year number. Now, your number for you will be 6. That's going to be your number for the entire year of 2019. You do not have to calculate it again. The month I will always calculate for you, and you are in the month of 9. So just to review with you what all these numbers mean. 6 is, you're in a year of, 6 is the biggest year of romance and relationships. So issues to do with relationships. If you want one, you may find one, you may end one. The month of 9 is about ending. So March, we're going to look at what could be ending, a belief system, a situation that's been unpleasant. We'll take a look at that. But just backtracking a moment, another thing about the year of 6 is it's about responsibility. And the year of 6 is that struggle of how much do I care for others and how much can I keep back from myself. It's also to do with home and hearth and maybe moving, relocating, or just wanting to redecorate or snazzy up a particular environment, something to do with home, or even having someone come stay with you or come live with you, or someone moving out. So let's take a look for you. Hey, 6s, let me give you some special days. I'm going to give them to you now so I don't forget. The most important days of the month for you in March 6th, your really strong days to get strong results about something will be March 9th, March 18th, and March 27th. Now, if you're looking for a job, 6, good days for you in March are the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st. If you're looking for romance, 6s, the best days are March 6th, 15th, and 24th. The days that you try to be quiet and just listen without chatting or bringing up too much, the best days for this are March 7th, 16th, and 25th. And the best day for endings, and you're in this month of endings, will be March 9th, March 18th, and March 27th. Now let's begin this 6s with romance and relationships. So let's take a look at, let's start with business. I usually start with business, so let's start with business. And let's take a look at if you've already got a job, or if you're looking for a job, okay? So first let's start with if our 6s already have a job. What can we expect from that job in the month of March? So what I have, you know what? You are in the month of endings, because I feel like that's what I've got here. Okay, 6s, so you're in a position and I feel like something's gone wrong, and I feel like there's been misunderstandings at the workplace over something, and you thought, well, I'm going to let sleeping dogs lie. I've already either said my piece, or I think that they know what I mean, and I'm going to let it lie. But what I have coming up for you is the Moon card, and the Moon is about learning things that disappoint you about others, or being disillusioned, or perhaps thinking something was better And that's what I think they're talking about here, is that you might be thinking that their situation has blown over, it's blowing over, but I'm feeling from the cards that it has not. So there might be something that you need to speak up more about or cover your tracks about, or a situation that you thought was smoothing over is going to come back around and come back to life. And it's going to, I feel like you're going to have a second chance to repair the situation before putting it to bed. Because if it doesn't come back around, you are not going to really understand that it's not smoothed over yet, or that you haven't clarified something. And I'm going to have to leave it to you, sixes, to try to figure out, what is this situation? Do I even know of a situation like this? Well, you'll try to think of one, but I'm trying to think about, could this situation include, people who are not work related? Could it include someone you have a relationship with outside of work who wants something from you? I think it could. I think that if you told someone that you went out to lunch and you said, so-and-so really doesn't want me traveling this far. I don't know. I have to think about it, or it seems to be really upsetting them because I'm not home a lot. And I feel like that information could go back or be misconstrued and gone to the wrong person. So you're sitting listening to this reading right now saying, I don't know of any situation at work, but I feel like there is one somewhere, and it got there somehow. And could it have come from someone else and not you? Yes. And you can't control everything, but just to have your eyes open, that if something comes up, which I feel like it's going to rear its ugly head once again at the workplace, you'll say, okay, this must be it. I have to squash this and make it very clear what I meant by that, or that it never happened at all, whatever the circumstances are. Wow. Okay, sixes, I'm going to leave that with you. And this is the month of endings, and you'll have that opportunity this month, according to what we're seeing here, to end this situation or begin ending it. So if you are looking for a job, sixes, let's see what we have. Oh, we have sixes that are recreating themselves out there, who are I feel like it could be almost a continuation on sixes of those of you who have jobs. I am going to be talking about those of you looking, but there's just similarities here, so that all of this information may serve sixes in business, period, this month. So what I have specifically for people who are looking for a position is that I have the Ace of Pentacles card, and that's you trying to reinvent yourself. You're trying to, what can I do that's different? What can I do that's different on my resume? What can I tweak and fix here and there to make things work? Because I feel like you've really been let down. I really feel like you've been let down, sixes, in the past, and that you are at a crossroads, and you have this new beginning card, which is great, because in the month of April, you're going to be at new beginnings. So you're on your way, but you're still in this harem scarum of endings in this month of March, this month of endings, because I do have my letting go card, or the card. Now, I don't want people who have a job to work to panic, though I do feel in this particular reading there might be some overlap, but don't panic at the words let go, because either people are let go or people are left behind doing all the work of the people that were let go. So it really can be one or the other, but I feel like my sixes who are looking for work really had an unpleasant situation happen to them, perhaps before they either were let go or they left, the past job, and they're a little bit gun shy. But it is a new day 6 for you out there, and you have your wonderful Ace of Pentacles card. Couldn't be better for recreating the wheel, recreating yourself, and you have new beginnings coming in April. So let this time in your life kind of just move forward and get past it and get through it, and then we'll get to the new beginnings in April for you 6. Moving on to love and relationship 6s. Okay, so this is a big theme for you this year. As I said, love and relationships. And let's take a look at those of you who are in relationships for the month of March. Now we have that 9, and it is talking about endings of things, but they can be good things. Endings of things, a lot of them can be good things. I just get so much miscommunication around you this month, 6s. Now 6 is a big communication number. People who have a lot of 6s, if we were going to do all of your numbers, and if you had 6s in your life plan and your destiny number, 6s are healers. They are people of service who help others. They are good communicators, and they can be counselors. So I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication going on for you 6 in this month of March. And when we're looking at relationships up here, I feel like you may have jumped to a conclusion in your relationship, or you may always jump to conclusions before you get the whole story from the person you're in the relationship with. Because these cards are telling me that just because they don't explain it right doesn't mean that they meant to mislead you necessarily. Or maybe they explained it right and you decided to perceive it a certain way because that was the mood that you were in that day. And then coming into fruition is just more explanations and more going on and on about a situation in your relationship that needn't be such a big deal as it is. Now, I have my Ace of Swords card here for you, which is your positive card. And it's a card that is describing you 6s of you're a fighter and you're going to fight for this, and you want the best possible outcome and you feel like you can get it, but you've got to get a few things straightened out first. And that's a good thing. But wrap it up in this month of March. It's the month of endings, and I feel like there's overreacting going on your part, or not a clear explanation was given to you in the first place, and you have taken off and run with it, and you're gonna fight. You might be fighting your partner. You might be want to fight their boss. You might want to fight their parents. You might want to fight their sibling. But you don't know the whole situation. So just try to lay low, calm down a little bit. You are going to still have some more cleaning up communication-wise to do as it is. So try to stop yourself from creating more issues than really need to be there. Now, if you are looking for a relationship in the month of March 6th, these are really, really nice cards. And they're talking about you might have a relationship that comes and sweeps you off your feet and boom, you're on your way. This is your most romantic year, 6s. And out of your cycle, out of your 1 through 9 cycle. And this is it. This is the most romantic year. And I have the marriage card here, and I have the new relationship card here, and I feel like you could be swept right off of your feet meeting someone that you've already met, or you're meeting somebody brand new who's coming your way. And then I've got this 6 of Pentacles. Now, we're going to take the Pentacles out of this equation for the moment, okay? So you see how you've got someone kneeling there, and they could be asking the father for the hand in marriage, or they could be asking you, or you could be kneeling and asking someone for their hand in marriage. Now, the 6 up there is you. You're in this year of 6. This is about romance. You know, there's many times I'll look at this, it doesn't matter. That's why I don't show the cards a lot. It just simply doesn't. I have my own thing, and I touch the card, I want to see intuitively what I feel for you. And in this instance, I just feel like you have the potential of a relationship moving very quickly for you and leading towards that serious relationship perhaps you've always wanted. And I am leaving it at that because that is nice. Moving on to our final segment, 6 is if you would think of a very specific question, anything that you have in mind, that it's a situation that's happening in your life, and it can be business again, it can be love again, it can be anything you want. And I'm going to ask the cards for the best possible outcome that we can expect from this situation, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, I see you worrying. Okay. There's all this, okay. There's, for you 6s for this month, there's all this behind the door strategies and I feel like you're overthinking. I feel like 6s, you're overthinking for this month of March, heavy duty wise, because what I feel like is that right now or in your recent past is this, my victory card. So whatever your question is, I feel like you were so on the right track, but you're going to talk yourself into, maybe it's not what I really thought, or I don't know what they really meant by that, and I don't know if they're the right doctor for me or the right person for me, and I think I'm just going to forget it all. I'm going to forget it all, and I'm just going to start something new. And that's what I have here for you. And I'm here to tell you through the cards, of course, is that I think you might be overreacting this month, is that you're looking to wrap things up in March. It's an urge that you have that I just want to know the answer, and how about I just fill in the blank so I can move on and get away. I'm just uncomfortable or concerned, or I don't want to worry anymore. I'll break up with them before they break up with me, because then I just don't have to worry about it anymore. And I'm telling you, I'm getting the same thing for you through the whole reading, is that there is an overreacting going on your part. There's not as much to the story as you're making. And then I know there was another part of your reading that was, there are things that always go on in conversations behind our backs in different rooms that we don't know about. And life still goes on. You'll figure it out. You're going to take care of yourself. You will figure it out. But before you overreact or perceive that something is more than it is, that's where they want you to focus in on this month. And even if it's about ending that habit in this month of March. That is the information for you, 6s. Thank you so much for joining Jemma's Window. It was so nice to have you. If you'd like to, please subscribe. I'd love to have you there. If you'd like more information on me, just jump on to gemmaswindow.com. And remember, you are the judge of you. Readers, we love to give information, maybe a way to look at something different, maybe even some validation or some comfort, but you are always the best judge of your life. Thanks, 6s. I'll see you next month for new beginnings for you in April. Bye for now.